What is going on, Wastelanders? It is me, Lone Vault Wanderer, with another video on Fallout 4. So this video is going to be about the map size of Fallout 4 being compared to the map size for Skyrim. Now, the article that I'm talking off of is in the description below as always, but I will highlight the main points. So the article is entitled Bethesda Comments on Fallout 4 versus Elder Scrolls V Skyrim map size comparison. The article starts off by talking about the 400 hours of gameplay that Fallout 4 is going to have. Then it goes into talking about the potential map size for Fallout 4. And then the article states that Fallout 4 director Todd Howard, in a recent interview to our friend at Digital Spy, explained why he is not going to compare map size of Fallout 4 versus Skyrim and the reason behind it. When asked how big the Fallout 4 map is going to be, Todd said, quote, "I avoid answering that, and I'll tell you why. If you look at our previous stuff, it's kind of like that. We don't actually measure it like that, because Skyrim is one size, but the mountains take up a lot of space. That's not really a game place. It's in your way, you have to go around it, so we're not really doing that. In the city, it's very dense, but there is no load, like in Fallout 3, there is a load. For areas of the city, we don't do that. So it's very dense, the buildings are tall, and a lot of them are open, so you can just walk in and around, so it's big. I wouldn't say, you know, if you played Skyrim, I couldn't tell you it's X bigger, so we're just saying it's about the same size." So there are a couple of things that I'm gleaning from Todd Howard's comment here. First of all, he said that there is no load like in Fallout 3 where there is a load. Is he saying that there aren't going to be loading screens? I find that a very interesting comment, but I don't want to make that assumption. I just don't know what he's referring to when he says load, but that's my best guess. But then he goes to talk about how Skyrim is essentially a lot of mountains that you have to traverse your way around, but in Fallout it's more of a dense city with tall buildings and you get to explore around, and it seems to give me the impression that with Fallout there's more stuff to see, there's more stuff to explore. It's not just a big mountainous region like the Elder Scrolls Skyrim arguably is, but what it seems to me here is that Fallout 4 is going to be a much more dense game, in the sense that while the map size is still going to be rather large, as Todd Howard said, but there's going to be a lot to see in there. It's going to be a very populated game in terms of buildings and people, and I think that makes sense when you look at the potential narrative of Fallout 4. It seems that humanity is rebuilding after the Great War. The game seems a lot more colourful. There seems to be a lot of high-rises. Buildings seem to be in construction. There seems to be a lot more cities which are populated. It's not just Megaton Rivet City, or like in New Vegas for example, it's not just the Strip. There seems to be a lot of hustle and bustle with many different places throughout the wasteland. And I think because of that, and because of Todd Howard's descriptions, there's going to be a lot of interesting stuff to see. It's not going to be like Fallout 3 in the sense where it's a big open wasteland. Yes, interesting to explore, but it gives you that real post-apocalyptic sense because everything is destroyed, everything is ravaged. But it seems that with Fallout 4 and the way Bethesda's trying to go with things, humanity is essentially on the up. As Todd said, there are tall buildings, but a lot of them are open, so you can just walk around. So again, humanity are constructing buildings, shops are being built, settlements are actually growing in size. Big cities are actually being constructed here. So I feel we are going to get a much different game to Fallout 3, in the sense it's not just walking around this barren wasteland in a sense, but we are actually going to be walking around in a lively world that feels populated, doesn't feel barren like Fallout 3 or even New Vegas did. Now that's not a bad thing, but it just seems like a very different narrative that's being told, a very different artistic style. But I also think because of that, I think there's going to be a lot more to see. I think there's going to be a lot more to explore. So I'm not necessarily concerned with, oh, Skyrim is X square miles and Fallout 4 is Y square miles, and because of that, Skyrim has the bigger map. I think Todd is trying to intentionally avoid answering that question using numbers, because I do believe that Skyrim's map size will technically be bigger, but Fallout 4's map size will feel bigger because there will be more to explore. There will be more things to actually discover, more buildings to enter into, more cities to discover, and it's not just avoiding mountains. So anyways, Wastelanders, I would love to get your thoughts on this issue. Please put your thoughts in the comments below. Please be sure to follow me on Twitch and Twitter. The links to those pages are in the description below. And until next time, this has been the Lone Vault Wanderer. Please take care of yourself, and as always, keep fighting the good fight.